Welcome back to Miller's in Motion.
We are officially back with our little dash cam here. We've unearthed, after the moving in and moving out of the rig, all of our GoPro stuff and everything else. So we are back in attempted recording whilst in motion. Today, I think it's a fun video. You might not.
Oh boy.
But we've made a lot of updates to the rig since getting it. Nothing super major yet, but you know, I work from there a lot, so I didn't have an office space. Well, I got one now. And we'd have more big updates coming, but we figured we'd start with a bunch of the little stuff. Plus, it's a little colder, and we've made some modifications to kind of adapt to that as well. So, but we also are going to give you a glimpse into our lives as far as how we own horses and still live in an RV full-time, because obviously we can't have them with us a whole lot. If you followed us for any more portion of time, you know that the horses are actually boarded somewhere, but we still have to get them hay, especially the retirees. We haven't seen the retirees in a while.
Yeah.
So we have to load up one of our utility trailers and go get some round bales and take them. So join us for that, and we'll talk a little bit more once we get Lauren on horseback.
Yes, so you missed that part, that first we have to go ride the horse that's in training for competition. Yeah. Then we have to go pick up hay. Then we have to go see all the pasture ornaments. So it's going to be a fun day.
Join us.
Where are you going?
Rowan. Oh, shit. I'm going the wrong way. Bye. By the way, we're not affiliated with them for any reason, but that B&W Stow and Go, awesome hitch. If you're looking for a bumper pull hitch that you don't need stabilizer bars on, so like for utility trailers and smaller stuff that's not going to sway, I wouldn't use it for a travel trailer or anything real big. I'd still use anything with stabilizer bars or weight distribution, but for just a standard hitch, I love this thing. It's great. You have the flippy ball, and when I'm not using it, it flips out of the way. So for like, you don't hit your knees and stuff on it when you walk by. So great hitch. Not sponsored. Love to be, but not.
You know that feeling when you go ride your horse and you're dirty, and then you go pick up hay and you're dirtier, and then you realize you're late for dinner. You don't really have time to go back to your rig, so you just go with it. That's where we are.
Going with the riding pants for dinner.
You wondered what daily life was like. It's a little rank, not gonna lie.
It's chaos.
It's chaos. But here we go.
So I know this has been a lot of us talking to you from the truck, but that's kind of what's turned into today a little bit. So we just got done with what Lauren was talking about with the horses. We intended to go back to there's a Twilight travel trailer right there. There it goes.
ADD.
Squirrel. There's also a fly flying around my head. We intended to go back to the RV, shower, get cleaned up, and then we were going to meet some friends for a quick little meetup in Fort Worth. So instead, do that. So instead, we're just rolling with it. Lauren's in her riding clothes. I'm in something that I just threw on this morning quick. And we're doing it. But we're going to Joe T. Garcia's, which has been around Fort Worth since 1935. And it is by far a staple. Really cool place. Cash only, which who does that anymore?
Limited menu, cash only.
Yeah, there's like 3 things on the menu. But it's Mexican food. The drinks are phenomenal. The food is phenomenal after drinks. But it's been here. So if you ever come to Fort Worth, you got to check out Joe T. Garcia's in the patio. But we're going to go do that now. So come with us to do something else that we're not really the title of this video.
Unpopular opinion, it's not my favorite Mexican food.
After the drinks, it's fine.
Bingo, that one right there. But it is a staple, and you should still definitely try it out.
Atmosphere. That's what it's about. There is atmosphere.
Their entire thing on their website is all of 3 sentences, I think. Founded in 1935. Hey, do you know who it was founded by?
Joe T. Garcia.
Joe T. Garcia. and that's about it. That's their entire story.
Ta-da! And they have Mexican food.
It is cool. All right, see you there.
Hello. All right, well, dinner did not quite work out the way we had planned, so we actually came back to the rig. So let's show you some of the stuff that we've worked on since. There's a little hint right there.
So this is our first Christmas in the rig, and we're still trying to decide how we want to elf it up. Because at the house we would decorate all kinds, the fence line, inside, outside. We were very festive, and we're still trying to figure out how to do that, especially since we're moving the rig a couple of times this month. So we started with the same garland that we had in our house. We love this stuff. Costco for the win. All right, and here's a little trick for our initials are L and R, and we both have a lot of OCD. And so L for Lauren and left, R for Ryan and right. Haha. Yeah. Don't make too much fun of us. Be kind. Anyways, and then these lights we've had for years and years and years. I wish we had 2 strands because we have 2 slide boxes. But anyways, we'll see. I still have some snowflakes, some big light up snowflakes that we loved having at the house, and to be determined where they will go in here. He's going to come home one day and they're going to be somewhere. I'll film that for you guys. It'll be a surprise. But anyway, so we're still looking forward to that and getting some things up and going. The biggest thing is that we don't really have a place for a tree. So let's show you what we did instead of a tree this year. All right, it's not a tree, but it's very tree-esque. All right, you got to give us credit for that. So we're trying. It's up on the counter where the dogs can't destroy it. And it's still festive. It's alive. So,
I was going to say, it's actually made out of little pieces of Christmas tree. So you do have to water it. And
right.
I'm not sure how they say to spray it, but we just kind of...
We're working with it. And then these little pine cone things. So it is. It's cute. It's festive. And it makes it feel a little bit more like our usual Christmas with a real life tree-ish thing. Shifting gears just a little bit, this isn't really Christmas, but it is our first cold season in the rig, and something that worried us was we were getting some condensation on the windows, and we realized that the one dehumidifier we purchased a few months back really wasn't quite cutting the job, and we think it's because there are separate spaces. So let's show you what we did to kind of correct that. So we have one dehumidifier up in the bedroom, and I think it's done a really good job, but up here we got this, and we can link this. It was just off of Amazon. We can link it below. This is not only a dehumidifier, but it's also an air purifier, and so this has improved that a ton. And then we got a little bitty one. It's like, I think 9 inches tall for the bathroom. And the 3 of these together have actually made a huge, phenomenal difference in the rig, and we're really happy with some of these changes we made. And we're also happy with the way that we laid it out, and just kind of paying attention that we didn't need one giant one that cost a whole ton of money. We actually needed 3 smaller ones spaced where they needed to be, and I'm happy that this has a HEPA filter for the air purifier.
So for a long time I've been kind of working out of the rig, and it's been not bad to work on my laptop, but you know, when you edit videos and you do a lot of digital content, you need a little more screen surface area, because there's so many windows, and if you've ever edited a video on like Final Cut Pro, Premiere Pro, you kind of know what I'm talking about. It just became problematic to do it quickly and efficiently. So in addition to that, some of the business stuff I do, it would have benefited from a more dedicated office space. So when we decided to keep the 390RK, one of the things I asked for was the ability to do an office. So if you notice, this is our little counter desk area that we sit up here for. So we added the LG 29-inch ultra wide. There's a dock that doubles as a stand for the computer vertically. So this runs everything over to the monitor and the speakers and everything else. It also allows me to plug in all our hard drives at the same time. It's a little wiry right now. We're still working out the kinks. The Apple mouse and keyboard, I actually had those previously when we were at the house. I just never got rid of them. But now I'm implementing here. Also, you notice this black kind of leathery looking surface here. There's also another one on Lauren's side just to even it out. That's actually just a leather like desk guard so that I can use the mouse and not tear up the wood. And we got one for Lauren's side too, because we noticed when you put hot food down on this too, it kind of discolor it until you went back and cleaned it off. So help prevent that a little bit. This stuff has been great. It's actually upped the productivity and the ability to edit the videos a little faster. This is actually on a fully articulating arm, so this will swivel and go all kinds of places. In fact, there's the arm. So it's the base that's on the counter itself will stay, but when we go in transit, I'll unplug the monitor and actually take the arm right off, and then we'll store the monitor and arms somewhere until we get where we're going. I just plop it back on and I swivel it back around. When we're eating, I'll very simply just move the monitor out of the way for the time being, just like that. Typically turn it off too. And then we still have our eating space without having to do a bunch of extra work to get that out of the way. So it's been awesome so far. And like Lauren said, with the dehumidifiers, all of the electronic stuff we do, I will link it all below. If you are looking for a USB hub, just make sure it's compatible. That was a long ordeal finding one that was compatible with my laptop. So before you buy anything like that, make sure it's compatible with whatever computer you're doing it for. So it's not a ton of real big upgrades.
No.
Those are coming. But this is enough upgrades that helps our productivity, allows us to kind of make it more a home space and to do more things and keep the rig in good working order in the dehumidifier's case. So
Absolutely. More home-like. Thanks for tagging along with us today. And as usual, we will see you next Sunday at 5 o'clock. Bye, Mom.
Christmas is coming. Start sending you